Hey yo, Jenya, believing you're sacred here. And I was inspired to come on and share just a brief message about community care as an evolving process in our journey, in our healing journey. And what I mean by that is, in my own personal life, as a trauma survivor of many traumas, I made a decision as a child that I could not depend on the adults in my life to care for me, to share what was hurting, what I was feeling. And so I essentially just went on the other side, sort of on the extreme side of taking care of myself, of realizing that the only person I had control over dealing with this was me. And so for many, many years, many decades, I had sustained myself on my own. And sometimes it still comes up for me, even though I have found a community. I believe in community care, but the dialogue around community care doesn't really take into account that our natural response when we survive trauma is to go on our own, is to do it on our own. And we have a journey from that to community care, to finding safety and protection and validation in a community. And this comes up like again and again for me, where I realize that, my conditioned response is to go and do it on my own, right? And time again, I am coming into the practice of reaching out. Like, for example, just a few days ago, I was struggling with a technical thing that I had to figure out, and I was sitting with it for like days. And I was like, and then yesterday or the day before, I was like, you know what? I have enough people who I know who do technical things, who can help me. I reached out to a friend and was like, can you help me figure this out? Within minutes, I had come up with a solution, right? And it happens over and over again where I'm reminded that I'm not alone. I don't have to do it alone. I don't have to figure it out. I could just reach out, right? Reach out to my community, reach out to people who support me and love me and see me, right? And so if you are one of those people who do not feel like they have a community because you have to do it on yourself, it's okay. Know that that is your journey, that is where you are, and that you have options. You have the option of reaching out to a friend and sharing what is on your heart. You have the option of reaching out to a community, a supportive community, a spiritual community, a wellness community, any kind of a community that is there, right, waiting for you, waiting to hold space for you. You don't have to do it on your own, but understand that if you don't have that right now, that's okay. And it's just going to take a little bit of practice to get used to the idea, to get used to be able to trust others, because maybe in your life you haven't had those people to really trust, when you were younger, and you really agreed that you were the only one and you were on your own. And that's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. That's just part of your journey. But know that support is there if you just make the choice to reach out. You can do it, because people are there for you. They are there for you in whatever capacity you need. Maybe it'll take a little bit of practice, and it's uncomfortable at first because you feel like, well, I gotta figure this out on my own. I have to deal with this on my own, but you actually don't. And I just wanted to tell you that because I needed to hear that as well. Because oftentimes we always talk about community care, but if you didn't have that, then it has to be a practice for you. It has to be a practice coming into community, because the community is an expression of you as well. It needs you as well to offer it your gifts and your being. So just wanted to share that, because that's been in my heart, and I hope it helps you. I hope it helps you not to feel alone, like you're doing something wrong, because you're not. Because it's all part of the process. It's all part of learning to trust yourself in a new way, learning to trust others, and it's okay.